May 2024 is the most important month of the year. This month's energy feels like fate fast forwarded, and the energetic keynotes are big ideas and new deals. The month of May makes sense of April and accelerates the timeline towards newness in June. The month of April was full of serendipities and sudden twists of fate. But why did it happen? What does it mean? And where is it leading? This month, you'll find out. Keep an open mind to anything that's possible, even if you think it doesn't align with your original plan, but it seems like it's this unignorable synchronicity that's popped out of nowhere but feels really favorable for you. So really expand your mindset to visionary opportunities, new ideas, and big deals. In fact, there's going to be some contracts, agreements, and deals that do get penned in ink on documents this month. Now, for some of you, this will also include some financial upgrades that have continued to expand since the month of April. So this could be a new job opportunity or a new entrepreneurial business idea, or even a mutually beneficial relationship that may have had its roots in last month. And now this is the month to lock it in and make it something serious, and even more, make it something profitable. This month also has us feeling lucky in love as it brings the beginning of relationships or the up-leveling of relationships. So if you've been waiting to find someone special, or in your case, to really open your heart to being available again, May is the month where it just might happen. And for those who are in a relationship or a friendship or a business partnership, this is the month to help make it go to the next level. Open your heart and your mind to what could be possible between the two of you. In fact, for a lot of us, there's going to be continued surprises and unexpected events in love and money. And the funny thing is, some of those are going to overlap and cross over. And really, if you look back in your timeline, your intuition about the person or opportunity may have started to emerge last month in April. So notice the possibilities for where love and money could align. Also, lots of you might be moving and relocating during the month of May or even as soon as back in April. So it's interesting. You may have wanted to find a new space to make your dreams come true for a long time, but that timing of April, May means it was divine timing. It's finally happening. And for the rest of us who aren't relocating, there could be a lot of trips going here and there, traveling back and forth during the month of May. So for everybody, there's a feeling of expansion and changing spaces and expanding the container. In fact, the feeling of speed predominates the month. You may feel like you are fast forwarding towards some kind of future destiny and it's happening quickly overnight, almost like, sorry, but I gotta go. So rip the Band-Aid off and just go. You might feel like you're suddenly moving to a new location or leaving one relationship and really quickly finding another, or maybe switching jobs or starting a business, and it just almost seems to happen before you can catch your breath. But my advice is trust your intuition, trust your instincts, and say yes to opportunity. Keep opening doors and let it all change pretty quickly. On the world stage, May begins a 13-month cycle where we're really going to see the explosion of digital business, social selling, online education, and the expansion of the information economy. If you are not online in your business, then you need to get the program together. This idea of being available anywhere and all over the world through the use of the internet is going to be increasingly crucial over the next 13 months. And also your ability to position as an expert and share the voice of your wisdom. So those online education programs, those podcasts, that book you've wanted to write, that newsletter, that blog, if you aren't already making it happen, this is the time to do so. Furthermore, we might begin to see a profound shift in what I kind of call the end of traditional religion as we know it, and a shift into more eclectic spirituality. The planet Neptune, which is our sign of intuition and spirituality, is at the anaretic or fated 29th degree. So in symbolism, it means that it's at the end or peak of a cycle and it's about to shift into another. So Christianity, Judaism, Islam, the other major world religions, it's not that they're going to disappear overnight, but it's just that our culture is going to begin seeing them with more of a symbolic lens rather than a literal lens. So rather than reading the holy books of the world word for word, we're going to begin to understand some of the secret meanings and symbols and metaphors and allegories that underline those stories that are teaching us deeper and, quite frankly, more universal spiritual messages. So it's an exciting time to think about how we can have a more universal idea of spirituality rather than such a divided idea of religion. Hi, friends, and welcome to May 2024. This is the Futurecast, and I'm your host and cosmic coach, Moriel Loren. Before we dive into the energy trends for the month ahead, a few updates from the home front. On Saturday, May 18th, I'm teaching a workshop about the 6 choices that create karma. So if you're wanting to learn how to make decisions that better determine your destiny, then this is the class for you. We'll be discussing the secret scriptures from an ancient Tibetan master who combined information from the Judeo-Christian Bible, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and the ancient Hermetica to give us a perspective on what all of those universal scriptures say about how we make decisions that really change our future. We're going to discuss relationships, resources, perspective, timing, creativity, and service. So if you're wondering how to make decisions that improve your life and also are curious about what your zodiac sign says about the specific karma that you're here to work through, the temptations you're going to face when making those decisions, and how your zodiac sign is intended to help humanity, then I hope to see you on Saturday, May 18th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. at the Body, Mind, and Soul bookstore in Houston, Texas. All right, friends, with that in mind, let's jump into the monthly Futurecast. I'm ready if you are, so let's dive in. May 2024 begins with a sense of obsession and possession in relationships. Mine, yours, ours. Feelings of ownership could emerge about how you feel about someone or about how someone feels regarding you from May 1st through 3rd. Now, this sense of intense ownership and merging can feel ecstatic and unionizing for some people, but could also feel threatening or smothering for other people. In fact, you might find this month that you are obsessing about a certain relationship in your life, whether that's a friend, a lover, a child, a business collaborator, or a prized client. You might feel that you're obsessing about how into the relationship you are, or you might find you're obsessing about how frustrated you are by the relationship. Either way, there's a sense of intensity when magnetic Venus squares challenging Pluto. Also, for some people, there could be a sense of tension around money matters in some kind of interpersonal relationship, whether that's a romance, a friendship, or a business partnership. So, who is it that you're obsessed with, or that you want to possess, or maybe that you feel has possession over you? Sex is also a hot topic in May, as restoking your inner fires is key to rejuvenating your aliveness. Beltane is the holiday celebrated at the cross-border point between spring and summer. It means we're halfway through spring and halfway towards summer. And Beltane is the Celtic term meaning the 2 fires. So it's a time to remind yourself of the innocent and rejuvenating quality of our libido and how our creative life force energy simply creates more life in our life. Beltane is one of the several fertility festivals that's celebrated in the first half of the year. And this one is particularly associated with sacred sexuality. So May is an excellent time to get back in touch with your erotic energy, whether that's an evening of intimacy with a partner, some self-pleasure for yourself, or also remembering to take care of your body. Beltane reminds us to weave the spirit world back into the material world, into our physical self, and reminding us that we're not so separate, our body and our spirit. And so maybe you need to get a massage, check on your hormones, take a walk outside, or do something else that brings your sense of spiritual energy, your libido, your aliveness, your creative life force energy right back home to where it belongs. May 7th brings the Taurus new moon, which feels like the manifestation of miracles continued, possibly from the month of April. So, what were the breakthroughs or breakaways that may have started last month that seem to be propelling into this month? This could be particularly regarding a sense of a miracle or money, sex, or some kind of freedom opportunity. So notice, what were the synchronicities that have been trickling in since April, and what are you going to do about it now? The middle of the month brings the Mercury realignment on May 13th, where Mercury finally starts to clean up and clarify from its retrograde cycle last month during April. So, what are the changes that started their momentum last month that need to be solidified this month? In fact, some of the synchronicities and changes might go as far back as the March 19th spring equinox or the March 25th lunar eclipse. So, notice what it is that suddenly seems to be falling into place. You might find around the middle of the month that you have an aha moment, a sense of clarity, or readiness to make a spontaneous decision that you've been sitting on for a few weeks. On that date, the sun also aligns with Uranus, which brings a sense of freedom from constriction, meaning something that's been making you feel a little bit stuck since last month is finally ready for release, movement forward, truth-speaking clarity, and the feeling of just talk about it and go do it. The energy of acceleration continues to May 18th, which I'm calling Momentum Day. It's going to be one of the most favorable dates for the month of May, but also one of the most favorable days for 2024. It's when the Sun and Jupiter and Uranus and Venus and Mars and the North Node all align basically for a concoction that says great things can happen. So some of you might experience wonderful manifestations in romance and relationships. Some of you, it could be in money and business. But either way, there's a feeling of some kind of powerful miracle or manifestation or unusual experience and opportunity that tells you, pay attention, go this direction, and you're going really fast on that forward train towards destiny. And again, the energy of this month is about the unexpected and surprise. So you might be headed towards the destiny you thought you were in your original plan. But my guess is there's going to be a little bit of a positive curveball that takes you in a slightly different but more aligned direction. So if you're looking for a day to take a risk, have a good time, or as the Nike slogan says, just do it, then May 18th, Momentum Day, might be your time. As if the month of May couldn't get any better, it does. On May 23rd, which is what I'm calling the luckiest day of the year, this is the weekend when everything that could possibly happen in a good way just might. So Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion and growth and momentum, aligns with psychic and spiritual and intuitive Neptune, coincided by magnetic Venus. So this is the energy of literally pulling the heavens down to earth. So some of the miracles and breakthroughs that you've been hoping for might start to show those really profound initial signs of hope. And by the way, things you didn't even know the universe was going to bestow on you could show their face. Let the universe surprise you with how benevolent it could be. This is the weekend to believe that anything is possible. This weekend is also coincided by the Sagittarius full moon, which brings the energy of festivity, reverie, adventure. So laissez le bon temps rouler, as they say, and go for it, have a good time, and believe that anything is possible. The lucky weekend continues on May 25th when Jupiter shifts into the information constellation of Gemini for the next 13 months. You are going to be flooded with new ideas, expanding previously stuck mindsets, wanting to network more often with like-minded individuals, and feeling more confident about sharing your knowledge and spreading your voice. In fact, you might spend the next 13 months positioning yourself as an expert in your industry. The month of May finishes with some lightning insight on May 30th and 31st when Messenger Mercury unites with the wild card of surprises, Uranus. So you might receive an unexpected message, some surprising information, a flash of sudden insight, or have an aha moment. So pay careful attention to what the universe is saying to you. That day could also create a sense of a time warp. You might feel that time is moving really fast that day, or that you're stuck in liminal space, kind of coming in and out of psychic space and your everyday logic. So notice how time is moving, and also notice those flashes of insight. The universe is speaking to you. Are you listening? And more importantly, what are you going to do about it? All right, friends, now that you know the energy trends for the month ahead, it's time for you to determine your destiny. If this video was helpful, then click the like button or subscribe to our newsletter at www.livesymbolic.com. I'd love to hear how the energy trends turned out for you this month, so DM me or drop me a note and let me know what's happening. And if you're curious to see how these energy trends affect you individually, meaning your personal life, your relationships, your business, and your money, then I'd love to see you in my office or online for an individual consultation. Most people tell me it's better than therapy, that they wish they'd done it sooner, and a lot of times that they wish they could take the money and time they've spent on other self-development programs and have just done this instead. The thing I love about following geocosmic cycles is that it's all based on mathematics. It's actually based on longitude, latitude, speed, and declination against a calendar system over time. So when you're really looking to get straight to answers with a sense of mathematical accuracy, nothing works better than working with geocosmic cycles. So I would love to help you walk through the doors of decision making so you can feel more confident about making the decisions that determine your destiny. All right, friends, until next time when our stars align.